tonight's race, Dave, is a bracket setting race. Did you know that, Jeff?
I did.
It's a bracket setting race. The drivers that are racing in that bracket setting round, they win their race, they are automatically in the winner's bracket for tomorrow. At this point on a normal day, we would kind of move into racing, but it is raining right now, so we're going to go ahead, let these drivers go back to their pits and do whatever y'all do in a rain delay. Eat lunch.
It's been raining all day. They drying this track. The track staff, man, they doing the damn thing.
These guys are killing it, though. They've been on this thing. They were working on the track while it was still raining, so.
And we appreciate y'all, you know, being a little patient. It's not our fault. Mother Nature said it.
All right, folks, here's your last and final update. So the top end of the track is not getting dry, so we are not able to race tonight. So tomorrow, basically 2 days worth of racing in one. Thank you for coming, folks. Drive home safe.
Rain is gone, sun is out, track is dry. We're gonna have some really, really fast passes.
We are going to slam 2 days worth of racing in one day. The weather here is great today. Folks, there is a two-way tie for first place. Justin is tied with Mr. Giuseppe Gentile. Coming up next, it's going to be our bracket setting round. All right, and Kye Kelley will take the win, and Ryan Morton with a nice pass there in that lane. Oh, and Jeff Lutz gets there first. Winner's bracket first round coming up next. And Kye Kelley and Ryan Morton will take the win. We'll now move into the loser's bracket. We are down to our semifinal winner's bracket. And Kye Kelley and Ryan Morton. So your finals will be Kye Kelley versus Ryan Morton. And Ryan Morton is your winner here at Brainerd. Congratulations, $30,000 here at Brainerd. Nice job.
I'm just not gonna make it.
All right, what's up,
sucks.
America Worldwide? We're here at Cordova Dragway for another great No Prep Kings race. Look, the weather is so much better than it was yesterday. I think it rained all day long, so it was not possible for us to do our Friday night racing last night, unless we brought aqua treads, of course, which I think nobody brought. So we couldn't do that, but hey, look, it is Saturday. It is beautiful. My gosh, you couldn't ask for a better day of racing. Look, this is going to be day one, so what you're used to seeing on a Friday is going to happen today, all right? So we're going to have our racers have 2 test passes, get a feel for the track. You know, they can grudge if they want, and then they will have their bracket setting round of racing. As you know, it is only one round of racing. The racer that wins goes into the winner's bracket. The racer that loses, well, their job's a little bit tougher. They're going to have to rely on potentially a lucky loser chip draw to get their way back into the winner's bracket. If they don't get that, then they are racing in the loser's bracket. Also for those, I'm sure you already know this, but the winner's bracket pays $30,000 and 10 points towards the individual championship. The loser's bracket, $5,000 and only 3 points in the individual championship. Let's go on ahead. We're going to do our introduction to the drivers now and see who has made the trip here to Cordova. All right, let's get started. All right, well, Cordova Dragway, how y'all doing today? Good? Y'all good up there? Doing good over there? Yeah? I wonder if y'all can hear me way down there at the end of the track. Yes? No? Yeah, all right. Hey, I see you down there. Thank y'all so much for coming. Look, I know this whole race was supposed to start yesterday, but Mother Nature had other plans for us, unfortunately. As you know, it rained pretty much the entire day. But look, we're here today. The weather is beautiful. I don't think it gets much better than this. Some would say it's hot. I don't know about that. It feels pretty good, in my opinion. But look, folks, we're going to go ahead and do what you would have seen last night, right? The Friday night race is going to take place today. So what's going to happen here is our invitational drivers that are in front of me, they're going to get 2 test passes down this surface before what we call a bracket setting round occurs. Now, for those that watched No Prep Kings last year, you know it was a team sport, right? A team championship. This year, we're not doing that anymore. It is an individual championship. And what we do on Friday is, with that bracket setting round, that determines which bracket the racers fall into. You have the winner's bracket and you have the loser's bracket, all right? So both those brackets will race what usually takes place on Saturday, but for this race, it will take place tomorrow, Sunday, all right? Now the winner's bracket, the drivers that win their one race in the bracket setting round tonight, they will be in the winner's bracket tomorrow. The winner's bracket pays $30,000 to win, all right? That's a lot of money. Also, more importantly, for every round that you go in the winner's bracket, you get 10 points towards the individual championship. Again, individual championship is worth $150,000 at the end of the season and a brand new trailer from Anvil Trailers. So every round counts for these drivers. Again, 10 points for every round you go in the winner's bracket. Now for the drivers that find themselves in the loser's bracket, unfortunately, they're racing for $5,000 tomorrow and only 3 points for every round they go. So the winner's bracket is where you want to be. You want to do good on the first night of racing, which it would be today, and you want to find yourself in the winner's bracket. All right, let's go ahead and meet our drivers that have traveled up here to Cordova on a show for your fans. We're going to go ahead and start with Mr. Chuck Seitsinger. Next up, we have Mr. Lutz and Mr. Daddy Dave. Woo! Next up, Mr. Jimmy Taylor. Then we have Mr. Clay Cole. Next up, Mr. Jim Howe. Right in front of him, Mr. Jerry Bird. Then we have Mr. Jamie Birdman Finney. Should have never told me that. Next up, Mr. Scott Scooter Taylor. Then we have Miss Paige Coughlin. Mr. Jeff Lutz. Miss Kayla Morton. Bobby Ducote. Mr. Kye Kelley was also our runner-up last week. Nice job, Kye. Next up, Mr. Disco Dean. Then we have currently sitting in 5th place, Mr. Robin Roberts. Sitting in 4th place, Mr. Murder Nova. Whoa, yeah. Got the Super Murder Nova fan over here. All right. All right, woo. All right. Next up, sitting number 3 in points with 140 points, Mr. Justin Swanstrom. This next driver sitting number 2 in points with 145, Mr. Ryan Martin. Also, folks, Ryan Martin was last week's winner. Last week's winner, Ryan Martin, he beat Kye Kelley once again in a finals.
Digging up old shit.
I didn't tell him to say that.
Sorry, man. Old shit. My bad. Yeah, my bad. But it did happen. It did happen.
I would not do that.
All right, and sitting number 1 in points with 160, Mr. Giuseppe Gentile. All right, folks, we got all of our drivers introduced here. We're now going to get our bucket of chips out. What's going to happen is these drivers are going to draw chips. This is for the bracket setting round to figure out who will race who in that important round of racing. So let me get my chips real quick. The drivers will draw their chips, and we'll figure out what the pairings will be. Ladies, y'all want to draw first or no? Just going to draw with the fellas? All right, guys, come on in.
Okay, I got you. Lift me up. Get one, Dax.
Just one.
Nice job, Dax. I saw it.
This is a lot of armpits. I regret the decision.
Now, I feel every single race. Every single race, I got just sweat just fucking hitting me in the face. I mean, just sweat in general. Sorry, Paige. My bad. Dean, what lane you want? What lane you want? What lane you want?
I'll take left.
Really?
Yeah, I'll take
Man, Merry Christmas, buddy. All right, folks. My drivers have their chips. Where are my number ones? Number one, Chris Rankin versus Jeff Lutz. Chris Rankin versus Jeff Lutz. All right, number twos. Number twos. Gonna be Justin Swanstrom versus Daddy. Huh? Go get you some over there. It's right there by the tree, dude. Number fours, Reaper versus Clay Cole. Ryan. Number fives. Jerry Bird versus Disco Dean. Nice shoes, man. Last and final pair, number 12, Jim Howe versus Paige Coughlin. Jim Howe versus Paige Coughlin. Thanks. All right. All right, folks, so that is our pairings right there. That is our pairings. Real quick, this is going to be hard for me to go through this, but I'm going to. All right? Look, we're a big family here, all right? We're dysfunctional at times, but we're a family. 2 nights ago, one of our own, Lizzie, lost her battle with cancer. Lizzie was strong, y'all. She fought, and she fought that disease. And you know what? All she wanted to do was be well enough to come back here and do what she loved, and that was to race. That's what she wanted to do, and race with her family. Lizzie had an infectious smile that I'm going to miss dearly. Her optimistic attitude and outlook on life was awesome, and she had the uncanny ability to always draw one of her NOLA teammates in a chip draw. She always did it. It was quite amazing, actually. But look, I asked the fans here today, please have some compassion and understanding for your racers, all right, as we grieve and come to grips with what has happened and with Lizzie no longer being with us, all right? Lastly, I want to say that had I known when I spoke to Lizzie a few races ago that that was going to be the last time that I would get to talk to her and hug her and see her, I would have made that moment last just a little bit longer. With that being said, hug your loved ones, tell them how much you love them, because you never know when it's going to be the last time, okay? I'd like to request that we have a moment of silence to honor Lizzie, please. We love you and miss you, Lizzie. Fly high, race in paradise. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and get our program started. We're going to clear off the starting line. Our first class will be 7-0. Thank you so much. Let's go racing, y'all. Let's do it. Oh, I'm sorry. We got prayer and singing of the national anthem. I apologize. Robin Roberts, please lead us in prayer. Sorry, man. I'm all jacked up, dude. I appreciate it, man. Yep.
Father God, we come to you with heavy hearts. Our friend Lizzie turned the wind light on and beat us home. We pray for your peace upon Pat, Elizabeth, and Tricia, upon all the racing family that was close to her, and all of the fans who loved her. We appreciate the time you gave all of us with one of your children. Lizzie was a fierce competitor with a sweet nature. We will miss her contagious smiles and hugs, win or lose, were her style. Lord, we know with you all things are possible. So hook her up with an 1,800 cubic inch nitrous motor with like 23 kits. Make it slightly better than the one her father, Pat, could build. We know her pain is past, but ours hasn't. This will leave a hole in our hearts that cannot be replaced or ever fully repaired. Thank you for this time to enjoy our passion. We will miss Lizzie today and every day we gather to race. Let her watch over us, smile down on us, and keep us all safe. Thank you, God, for good memories, and give us your peace. Amen.
Thanks, Rob.
Good. How you doing, man? All right. Not too bad. How you been? Good. Yeah. Ready to go? Yeah.
First round of testing for our invitational cars. Again, they get two test passes before their one round of bracket setting racing, okay? And don't forget the bracket setting round, it is just one round of racing. The winners, if they win, they'll go to the winner's bracket tomorrow, race for $30,000. If they lose, well, there is a lucky chip draw where I believe we will pull in 4 drivers from the loser's bracket. So the drivers that lose, they'll all go in a bucket, and 4 of them can draw back into the winner's bracket to make it an even 16-car field for tomorrow in the winner's bracket. If the drivers do not draw the lucky chip, they will be in the loser's bracket tomorrow racing for $5,000 and 3 points per round. Again, winner's bracket worth $30,000 and 10 points per round. So we're going to go ahead and get our stuff situated here in the staging lanes. We're about to go racing, folks. Again, thank you so much for joining us on a Saturday. We're going to have a good time. All right, America and worldwide, thanks for sticking with us here today on a Saturday. We just finished up our 7.0 and small tire class, and now we're moving into our invitational first round of testing. All right, they get 2 rounds of testing today. Then they'll move into the bracket setting round, which will determine if they're in the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket. Basically, we'll decide if they're racing for $30,000 or $5,000. So definitely important round tonight for these drivers. So these test passes really count. They really do matter because they've got to figure out just how fast they can go down this surface. All right, you saw some of the small tire cars having to pedal. You saw some of the 7.0 cars having to pedal. You saw one small tire car go sliding sideways down the track. So this surface, not great right now, but I have a feeling it'll come around. But anyways, that's what we're doing. I appreciate you joining us on a Saturday. Get you a drink, get you something to eat. Or if you're working in the shop, just have us on in the background. We definitely appreciate y'all. All right, I'll come check in here in a little bit. How y'all doing right here? Y'all doing good? You good? All right. Appreciate you joining us. Where are you from?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico? How long was that flight?
9 hours.
9? Oh, how many flights was it? So from here, Puerto Rico to Orlando, Orlando to Chicago. Okay, but it took you 9 hours. Did y'all sit in first class? No? Okay. Yeah. Well, good. Thank you for making the trip all the way up here. We appreciate it. You know there are races closer to Puerto Rico. You just picked this one, though. This is the one you wanted to come to? All right.
No, we had for Texas, but they canceled.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, you know we're going to be going to Ennis in October. So that'll be in Texas, yeah? Yeah? Maybe we'll see you there. Maybe. Well, thank you so much for making the trip. 9 hours. That's a long time on an airplane.
Worth.
That's right. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming and watching what we do. We definitely appreciate you. So, yeah, appreciate that. Yes?
Hey, you think I can get Sean to come over here and take a picture with me?
Do I think I can get...
Give me a kiss on the cheek?
Do you think I can... Do you think that I can get Murder Nova to come over here and take a picture with you, and you give him, he gives you a kiss on the cheek? Ooh.
I love that man.
Day one. You're the Murder Nova super fan.
I am an ultimate super fan.
He is going to tell you that he will see you at his trailer over there.
It'd be sexier by the track.
It would be.
I'm just saying.
It would be. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Like he could come like right here.
Like right there. Yeah.
I'm not like.
Look, I'm not gonna make any promises to you. But.
Hey, I got $5.
$5. One thing is for sure, if you go over to his trailer, he will definitely at least sign something for you. Take a picture. I don't know about that last part. Signed your what? Whoa, we got kids present.
Are you jealous?
Yes, I am. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, folks, here we go. Invitational testing coming your way right now. Reaper. Going to start off with Reaper with the solo pass here in the left lane to get us started. What's up, Bush? All right, well, looks like Reaper's having problems here. Pulled over to the side. That's unfortunate.
You want me to go tow him off?
Who just bet on the left lane for 20 in the solo pass? You lost! How did you lose? Yeah. All right, so Reaper stopped there at the 330. Had something wrong, something go wrong there in the burnout. So we're going to have to get him off the track real quick before we can continue on racing. So unfortunately there for Reaper, something went wrong. We got to get him off the track. So bear with us, folks, here just a moment as we figure out what is going on with Mr. James Goad. Well, folks, not a good start to our testing. Reaper did a burnout, and that's all he did. Rolled to the 330, and then just pulled over to the side, which, thank you for pulling over to the side. So not sure what happened with him. They got to get him off the track before we can go back racing. But he is stopped down there right at the 330 cone. So we're down for a second. Sorry, folks. Here we go, first pair here in this invitational test session. Gonna be a good one. We got Daddy Dave over there in the right lane. Pro Char's Audi going up against Murder Nova. Murder Nova here in the left lane. This will be these two cars' first passes down this track this weekend.
Nova going to get there first. Nice job. All right, folks, going to have a solo pass here in the left lane. That's going to be Jeff Lutz. Jeff Lutz here in this left lane, driving the Pro-Charged Mustang. So this will be Jeff Lutz's first pass down the track this weekend.
That'll sound good. So Jeff Lutz makes it to just before the 330 and gets out of it. He's got one more test pass to get that thing where he wants it before the bracket setting round. Folks, next pair coming at you here in this first round of testing. It's going to be Giuseppe Gentile there in the right lane. That's your current points leader. Going up against Kayla Morton here in the left lane. Pro-Charged Nova there for Giuseppe. Pro-Charged Mustang for Kayla. Giuseppe gets there first. That was a drag race, though, side by side. Wow. Great drag race between both those two cars. But Giuseppe
able to get there first. Nice pass. All right, folks, going to have a solo pass here for Ryan Martin. Ryan Martin here in the right lane. Solo pass. This was last week's winner, Ryan Martin. Old gray car rolling strong. Martin, nice pass there. Having to drive it a little bit. Looks like the parachute might have hit the finish line cone when it came out. So we're going to have to reset that finish line timing block down there that the parachute hit. All right, folks, we're going to have a solo pass here for Jerry Bird in the right lane. Jerry Bird, nitrous power stand here for Jerry Bird. So Jerry Bird, car left good, but around the 330, got out of it. Made a little move out there. So Jerry Bird will go back to the pits, try to readdress that car there and come back for his second and final test pass just a little bit later. Pro-charged Camaro there in that right lane for Clay. Going up against Disco Dean. Disco Dean here in the left lane. Blue Globe Cadillac here for Dean. Jesco Dean driving that thing, gets the win. Clay Cole also having to wheel that car over there in the right lane. But Dean gets to the finish line first and turns on the win light. So nice job there. All right, looks like we got B-Rad, Pratt Eglin here in the right lane. Pro Charge Lumina. All right, so B-Rad gets just past the 330 and shuts it off there. So B-Rad, he'll have one more pass to get that Lumina all the way down to the finish line. All right, folks. Next pair right here going to be a good one in this first round of testing. Over in the left lane, that's going to be Justin Swanstrom. Screw-blown Camaro there for Justin going up against Kye Kelley. Kye Kelley there in the right lane. Screw-blown Regal. And this will be these two drivers' first passes down this track today. Kye Kelley going to get there first. Justin Swanstrom has issues here in this left lane. Has to get out of it way early, but Kye right down through there. I think Kye probably got out of it a little early too as the car was making a move towards the center of the track. But Kye turns on the win light. All right, next pair just finished up their burnouts over in the right lane. That's going to be Doc Love. Doc Love in the right lane going up against Bobby Ducote here in the left lane. Ducote. Nice pass there for Bobby. Turns on that wind light right down through there. Those drivers just finished up their burnouts over in the right lane. That is going to be Jimmy Taylor. Jimmy Taylor in the right lane going up against Larry Larson. Larry Larson there in the left lane. Jimmy Taylor right down through there. Nice pass. Larry Larson has issues over here. Car did not leave very well at all. But Jimmy Taylor, nice pass for him right off the trailer. Next up, we've got Robin Roberts here in the right lane, Pro Charge Firebird, going up against Scott Scooter Taylor here in the left lane. Robin Roberts right down through there. Nice pass for him. Turns on that wind light. Looked like Scott Taylor had some issues here in this left lane. Did not make a good pass at all. Chris Rankin here in the right lane, going up against Chuck Seitsinger. Chuck Seitsinger here in the left. All right, so Chris Rankin will turn the wind light on first. Chuck Seitsinger, car very angry over there in that left lane. All right, gonna have a solo pass here in this left lane. This will be Paige Coughlin. Paige Coughlin here in the left lane, solo pass for her. Pro-charged 3rd Gen Camaro for Paige. And this will be her first pass of the day. All right, so Paige Coughlin makes it about 400 feet or so. Have to get out of it there. Car made a little move, so she dumps out of the gas. All right, America. There you have it. Invitational testing. The first round of testing is complete. A couple drivers struggled to get down this surface. A couple drivers went really fast, but that's usually the case in the testing. First round of testing, right? I bet the drivers that struggled in the first round will probably get their stuff figured out for the second and final round of testing. Again, they get one more test pass, and then they will go into the bracket setting round.
With the bracket car anyway.
All right, folks, here we go. Round 2 of testing for the Invitational class starts right now. Going to be a solo pass here in the left lane for Jeff Lutz. Jeff Lutz. Nice pass there for him. Right down through there in that left lane. Good job. All right, folks, got another solo pass here in the left lane. It's going to be Birdman. Birdman here in this left lane. Solo pass for him. All right, folks, here we go. Birdman in the left lane. This will be his final test pass of the day before the bracket setting round. Again, folks, these drivers only get 2 test passes on the day. All right, so Birdman out of it just past the 330 there. All right, next pair coming at you right now over in the right lane. That is going to be Doc Love. Doc Love in the right lane. Got Kayla Morton here in the left lane. Pro Charge Mustang for Kayla. Screw blown Nova there for Doc. And Doc Love will get there first and turn on the wind light. Looked like Kayla was out in front, but got out of the gas before the finish line. Car made a move out there. And Doc Love folks. Looks like it's going to be a solo pass here in this right lane for Kye Cole. Kye Cole in the right lane, solo pass. Kye Cole out of the gas early there. Just past the 330 car, made a little bit of move, and he was out of it. So that'll do it for Kye Cole's testing. Next time you see him, we'll be in the bracket setting round. Got a solo pass here for Justin Swanstrom in the left lane. This will be his second and final test pass of the night. So Justin Swanstrom gets about 100 feet or so out and has to abort the pass. So Justin Swanstrom, that's 2 passes here at testing, not going the way he wanted to go. So next time you see him, we'll be in the bracket setting round. All right, folks, yet another solo pass here in this last and final round of testing for the day.
It feels pretty good.
We got Daddy Dave over here, pro-charged Audi in this right lane.
It's usually never the problem.
120 still.
So Dave, nice pass there for him in that right lane, right down through there. right, over in the right lane, that's going to be Ryan Martin. Ryan Martin here in the right lane, pro-charged Camaro. This will be his final test pass of the day. His first test pass, made a good one, having to drive it a little bit up top on the top end earlier today. Let's see what he can do here on this one. So not what Ryan was looking for on that pass there. So next time you see him, we'll be in the bracket setting round. These drivers just finished up their burnouts over in the right lane. That's going to be B-Rad, Rad Eglin there. Pro-Charge Lumina for B-Rad. Over in the left lane, that's going to be Disco Dean Carnes driving the pink Cadillac. And Disco Dean will turn on the wind light, but that car made a hard move towards the center of the track there, right at the stripe. My gosh. But Dean turns on the wind light. Nice job. We'll be able to afford to do it. All right, got another pair of cars just finished up their burnouts over in the right lane. That's Jimmy Taylor, screw-blown Camaro, going up against Bobby Ducote here in the left lane. Pro Charger on board there for Bobby. This will be these two drivers' second and final test pass of the day. Jimmy Taylor will turn on the wind light there. Bobby Ducote had the parachute out early. All right, this next pair right here, going to be a little NOLA battle for you over in the left lane. That's going to be Scott Taylor. Scott Taylor Pro Charge Camaro here in this left lane going up against Jerry Bird in the right lane. Jerry Bird nitrous fed Mustang for Jerry here in this right lane. right, Scott Taylor going to get the win there. Nice job, Scott Taylor. Left first and never looked back on that pass right there. So Scott, nice job. Got an all Pro Charger battle here over in the left lane. That's going to be Paige Coughlin, third gen Camaro, going up against Giuseppe Gentile here in the right lane, also Pro Charged, and currently sitting number 1 in points. Coughlin gets there first. Nice job. Looked like Giuseppe over there. A little bit of tire shake on out there. Had to get out of it. And Paige turns on that wind light. Nice job. Good, folks. This is the second round of the invitational testing. Second round of invitational testing. This is it for test passes for these drivers. Next time you see them, it will be the bracket setting round to determine if they'll be in the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket. right, next pair coming at you right now. Got Jim Howe in the right lane going up against Murder Nova. Murder Nova here in the left lane. Jim Howe turns on the wind light there. Nice job. All right, next pair coming up, going to be Larry Larson here in the left lane. And Robin Roberts in the right lane. Robin Roberts, Pro Charged Firebird there in that right lane. Larry Larson, Nova here in this left lane. Just got this car put together only a couple weeks ago. Robin Roberts. Going to turn on the wind light there. Larry Larson. Larry Larson went past the bottom bulb there, got the red light, and then the car made a move towards the center, had to get out of it. But Robin Roberts, nice pass there for him. All right, folks, going to be a solo pass here for Kye Kelley in the right lane. This will be Kye's second and final test pass of the day. Kye Kelley right down Broadway. Nice pass there for him. Looks like he is ready for the bracket setting round.
It's been a good day as far as racing wise. Can't complain at all. Been some fast passes. But how about what we can do is we can talk about the bracket setting round, and we can go through the pairings real quick. Don't forget your driver, your favorite driver. Once I start doing these pairings, if you have one that you're going for, we're going to try to remember the emojis. I think it'll probably be by the last race I'll remember all of them. So you're going to have to help me. And Chris, my wonderful cameraman friend, he is good about remembering them as well. So let's go through the matchups real quick. Okay. First pair. First rattle out of the box is going to be Chris Rankin in the Conquest versus Jeff Lutz in the Mustang. Now, Jeff Lutz's emoji is the old guy with the bald head. Chris Rankin's is the muscle arm. So put your emojis in the chat for who you would like to win. And you know what? We'll tally them all up. And someone's counting them. Someone somewhere is keeping track of those stats. And but I don't know where they're at. It's not me, because I can't see them. All right. Next up, we've got Daddy Dave versus Justin Swanstrom. For emojis, Dave is the guy with all the kids, like the family, because of course, Daddy Dave, got kids everywhere. And Swanstrom is the swan, obviously, goes without saying. Now, we did have a chance to actually catch up with Justin Swanstrom in the pits. So let's cut to that real quick and see what he had to say. All right, let's check it out.
What's going on, guys? So we're here at Cordova, Illinois. The last couple events have not been too good for me. I'm still up there in points. I fell back to third place. It goes Giuseppe, Ryan, me, Murder Nova. So I think that's top 4 guys out there right now are in the top 4 spots. So there are going to be a lot of heavy hitters that have not been able to do so good in the beginning of the year. They're going to start coming for us towards the end. And I have struggled the last couple events. So I'm going to try to turn that thing around here this weekend, see if we can go some rounds, see if we can pick up something. Maybe if we get a little bit of luck, we can pick up a win here and try to secure back that first place spot.
Nice. With the heat the way it is and the humidity, what do you got to do to win?
So with the heat and everything out here, you know, it's going to be a tuner's race. I'm going to have to drive the car. Hopefully we do our job, setting the car up, getting it ready to go down a hot track. I'm going to say this is probably one of the hottest surfaces we've raced on this year, from temperature outside to the heat on the track. So we'll see how it all plays out, but I think it's going to be a full-on tuner's race.
All right, so there you have it. We were able to catch up with Swanstrom there. You saw what he had to say. Next pair is going to be Kayla Morton versus Ryan Martin. For the emojis, Ryan is the GOAT. And Kayla, for the Hot Mess Express, is the choo-choo train. All right, so put your emojis in the chat. Kayla keeps drawing absolute killers in the bracket setting round. Feel bad for her. But then she gets lucky and draws back in. And I would just like to clarify, most of the time, I'm not holding the bucket, so you cannot blame me for her getting back in when they draw chips. I'd just like to say that. We did have a chance to catch up with Sean and Kayla, right? Kayla, actually, catch up with Kayla. So let's go ahead and take a look at what she had to say leading up to this race.
We have definitely not been doing so hot. I'm ready for the break so we can go testing and figure out what's going on with this car. But as terrible as I am at the first chip draw, I seem to do pretty good at the second one for the lucky losers chips. So, you know, I feel confident about that. This round we drew Ryan, again, a really bad chip out of the bucket, but we're not one to give up or not give it our all, so we're gonna just throw the kitchen sink at it and give it all it's got and see what's happening. And we tried that time, was a little too hot. It actually caved the whole back window in, so we gotta fix that and go try it one more time.
Right. Yeah, with the heat and the humidity, like how tricky is it for tuning to that?
Yeah, it is really hot today, and especially humid because it did rain all day yesterday. You know, usually that plays into my favor, but like we're having a hard time getting a handle on the car, so it's really not ideal conditions for me today. We're just gonna play the cards that we've been dealt, and I did pretty good at that at the blackjack table last night, so maybe it'll carry over into first round.
All right, so there you have it. We got to talk to Kayla. Got to hear what she had to say, you know, before her race with Ryan. Also, we had a chance to catch up with Ryan and Sean together. So they kind of had a discussion. So let's see what them two had to say about, about Ryan having to race Kayla.
Blue is a predator. So it looks like it dropped the front end there for a second, like boost speed or something right there, and then came back up.
That's probably traction control trying to get it back on the throw.
Oh yeah, I bet. Pulled the bunch.
His looks like that too. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly what did it. It's like I wonder if you could. It's almost keep it slow with the motor.
It almost, to me, it almost acts like you need to slow the motor down to smooth up the drivetrain.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel. If smooth as fast. If we could make it to where it doesn't jerk all that timing out like that.
I feel like if you come through there with the motor more under control, the tires got to be more under control.
Might keep the front end up a little longer.
Yeah, I mean, just get a better shape of it to where it just looks more.
Yeah. So right now you can tell it's going out there going like this.
Yes. And these big, that ain't helping it.
No.
Yeah, snatch up big chunks. Like he's getting it down the racetrack. Yeah. But it ain't making fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's the most. This is the racetrack where that is the most I have felt the traction control putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, just holding the car back like. Yes.
And I knew it because it left with the front end up going straight. Yeah. And all of a sudden it kind of looked like it was loose. And it started sucking you over.
Exactly how I felt.
And yours was the same way.
Mine went fairly straight.
Yours went straight for a while, and then it went across the transition, then it just started to get loose as well.
I don't know if that was a transition or if when my car front end sets the front end down, it's still, you know.
It still does.
Yeah. I don't. Not that bad that pass though. I think it's getting better. And if it's getting better, then that means it's probably me.
Yours still look very free too. Yours is like super light. You know it's working the whole time you're having it.
I just got out of the car and thought it felt slow. Yeah, that's what Bobby said. How was that one? How was that one? I was like, man, it's sketchy up top. I said, it ain't gonna be fast. Yeah.
That's like Empire sketchy.
Or worse. I would venture to say worse.
What does that look like?
I don't think I've ever seen one that shitty. Off for a first run. I can remember. Yeah. It was also pretty dusty, and hopefully it won't be the next pass. Like I was literally the second car down, or I might have been the first. I don't know. Whoever went down before. Oh, Reaper. He did a burnout, but didn't.
He did a burnout.
I was the first. I was the first person. I was the first car down the track.
All right, so there you have it. Ryan and Sean, you saw them talking about the upcoming race with Ryan racing Kayla. Next pair is going to be Reaper versus Clay Cole. I did receive word that Reaper is potentially not going to make it. He is broke. So you saw Reaper break in the burnout of his first test pass. I guess whatever they have broke in the car is not going to be fixable. So Clay Cole will be getting a bye run. So go Clay. Next up will be Disco Dean versus Jerry Bird. So I didn't do the emojis for the last two. That's okay. For Disco and Jerry I think is the fist, right? Clearly, maybe it should be is there a boxing glove emoji? Maybe it should be the boxing gloves. We might have to change his. And Disco obviously is the disco ball. So make your picks in the chat on who you want to win. Next up is Chuck Seitsinger versus Kye Kelley. What did we give Chuck? We haven't gave Chuck. He hasn't been here. All right, so we got to. You know what, fans? I'll let y'all pick. What? The llama? from where you got spit on by the llama? Okay, I like it. So Chuck, is there a llama emoji? Okay, so Chris, the camera guy, says the llama. That actually makes sense. Okay, I like it. Kye obviously is the crying face, right? So that's Kye. Make your picks now. Next pair is Bobby versus Giuseppe. Don't forget, Giuseppe is #1 in points right now. He's been doing great all season. So Giuseppe, always a threat. We were actually able to catch up with Giuseppe. So let's see what he had to say leading up to his race with Bobby.
All right, we're here at Cordova, Illinois, ready for a points race here today. We had a good week. We made it to the semifinals last week, but Ryan Morton took us out in the semifinals. He outran us. We made some changes that weekend that we were a little slower than we wanted to be. I feel like this week coming in, we put the car back to where it was, and should be right back where she was running. So feeling good about this weekend, and weather's good. It cleared up, and we're gonna ready for some action here.
Nice. How bad do you want to win another title?
So right now we're leading the points, and we're gonna have a little break, 5 weeks off or so. So want to leave here ahead of the points, open up the lead. We're tight right now. Ryan's right there, a couple of the guys, Justin's right there, Robin, real close right now. So this weekend, if we can take them out early, or somebody takes them out early, and we can go some rounds and open up the lead and continue to do that, we're gonna be all right.
Standing most of the day. All right, so there you go. You got to hear from Giuseppe, again, #1 in points currently, having a great season. We also were able to catch up with Bobby. Bobby's always got a lot to say. Sometimes you can't understand what he says, but we did catch up with him. So let's see what Bobby had to say.
So going into round 1 here on a qualifying match in Cordova, I drew the big bear, man. The #1 in points, Giuseppe. That car's fast. Car's stupid fast. Everybody here is stupid fast. I just hope it stays greasy like this, so I got a good chance of really whooping his ass. We're gonna try to outrun him, even if we gotta hurt it. That's what Scooter's plan is here, mine too, so. Hope it stays greasy. If it stays greasy, I'm gonna slide between them cheeks, boy.
All right, so there you have it. Caught up with Bobby. Don't forget, we've got the emoji. So Giuseppe is the pizza, obviously. And Bob, what was Bobby? Do you remember? What was Bobby? What was Bobby? Dang. What do they say in the chat? What was Bobby's emoji? I forget. Oh, he was the question marks. He's always guessing. He's the question marks, that's right. All right, so there you have it. Next pair is going to be Sean Murdanova versus Robin Roberts. That's going to be a great race. Both those cars are absolutely flying. We did have a chance to catch up with both drivers. Let's see what Robin had to say about his race that's coming up against Murdanova.
Well, here we are in Cordova. Man, we are just sitting right there. We're just a couple points behind Murdanova. We're a couple from Ryan. Like, we've just right up front, we've done great this season. The team is on point, car's on point. We just have little things that bite us. So this is going to be one of those great races for us and a lot of fun. This is one of those experiences that we just really enjoy, and this being only five and a half hours from home, like, it's a great race for us to come and just enjoy ourselves and have some fun. And of course, now we want to win and move on up. So see you later.
All right, so there you have it. Able to talk to Robin, got to see what he had to say about this upcoming race. We also stopped and talked with Murdanova. So let's go ahead and talk with Sean real quick and see what he had to say.
Yeah, it helps a little bit for sure with him being here. I mean, like you said, man, we didn't get a good draw, but he also did not.
He 100%. I feel like our draw was a little bit better than his draw. Even though we got each other.
That's a decent way to look at it.
Even though we got each other. Right now, the car's arguably running better than it ever has. We're going to be all right. It's tough to say, and I don't even like to say it, but you can't win them all. Like, if something happens, we'll make the best of it.
Yeah.
But we're going to go out there.
We're going to win this one.
We're going to go out there loaded for bear, and we're going to make the best pass that we can make.
Yeah, I mean,
What color was my chip? It's blue.
We're
so
in the
we're
left
left.
Yep.
Is either lane better than that?
I don't think so. Brandon didn't say anything that he thought. So.
I mean, literally, you know how it is. Whenever we go up there, we say, man, we'd like to not draw Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey, that leaves it pretty damn open. You know, so I feel like we went up there and we did what we wanted to do. We didn't draw Ryan. So, of course, you know, our goal is still the same as it's always been. I feel like I messed it up last weekend against Kye, and we could have had a 405 finals.
Very easily could happen.
Yep. Try to make it happen this weekend, but you know, the whole, as soon as Kye got his chip, he shows it to me and he gets number 6. And anybody in any of our drivers meetings knows that when we were in Nebraska, we were on the street in Nebraska at a small tire cash days. No, it was the big tire cash days.
First America's list.
First America's list. No, it was the cash days. It was the cash days for sure. She got that and she came over to us and she was like, is this a 6 or a 9? And so ever since then, anytime anybody gets 6 or 9, they go, Lizzie, which one is this? And then Chuck and Kye both got the 6. It's crazy. So, I don't know. Lots of, there's going to be lots of people in their feelings all weekend, you know, understandably. So, just need everybody to focus on what they're doing. You still got to focus in these cars.
Yeah. Everything happens super quick.
All right, Sean can definitely talk, but there you go. You got to hear from him on what he thought about his upcoming race. Don't forget, if you would like to see Sean win, put the little water gun in the chat. Robin is the little, I think, blue bird, right? For little blue robin or whatever. Wait, robins aren't blue. Whatever. Just a little blue bird, okay? Next up, we've got Larry Larson versus B-Rad. For that pair, what do we have for B-Rad? I think we had like the cool, this is for like Rad. And then Larson, did we come up with something for Larson? Oh yeah, the little mustache guy, all right? Next up is Doc Love versus Birdman. I don't remember what Doc was. What was Doc? Oh yeah, the doctor. And then Birdman was also another bird. I don't remember which one. It was like the little bird, little ball bird. All right. Then the 11th pair is going to be the Battle of the Taylors. Jimmy Taylor versus Scott Taylor. Scott Taylor obviously is the scooter. Jimmy Taylor, I don't remember what we had for Jimmy Taylor. We're going to have to think about that. What was Jimmy? Was he? I don't know. We'll think about Jimmy. And then last but not least, the final pair was Jim Howe versus Paige Coughlin. Paige is the piece of paper, obviously a page of paper. And I don't think we came up with anything for Jim yet, have we? No, Rankin was the muscle.
Like a gym.
Like a gym?
I like it.
Like the little weights? How about the little weightlifter guy? Yeah. That works out, little weightlifter guy. All right, so that's the pairings, folks. Make your picks. As you can see, we've got Chris Rankin and Jeff Lutz in the burnout, or right behind the burnout box. So we're gonna go racing right now. Let's do it.
Mom?
Let's go. I don't know, dude, let's go.
What name is my mom?
She's for the Hot Mess Express, the little train.
Then who is Ryan Martin?
He's the goat. Here we go, folks. Bracket setting round starts right now. This is eliminations for tonight. This is no longer grudging. This is no longer testing. This is the bracket setting round. Your first pair coming at you right now over in the right lane. That is going to be Chris Rankin driving the turbocharged Conquest going up against Jeff Lutz here in the left lane. Pro-charged Mustang. The winner will go on to the winner's bracket and race for $30,000.
And Chris Rankin able to get there first. Jeff Lutz was out in front. Something happened to that car, shut it off. And Chris Rankin drove around him. Tough break there for Jeff Lutz, but Chris Rankin in the winner's bracket, so congrats to him and crew. Nice job.
It puts all that aluminum out the exhaust. That's probably what happened. Yeah, it looked like aluminum, like the Pro Charger touchdown.
Something broke down, yeah.
If the Pro Charger touches down, all that aluminum shavings will come out the exhaust.
Yeah,
you can see it on my car when it did that.
Yeah.
Not like that. It touched down.
Pulling forward, it was gone.
Oh, was it? Okay.
They didn't say there's any oil down there.
I didn't see nobody walk across track or nothing.
Okay, we can check it real quick. Y'all go check the track down there real quick where all that smoke came out.
If you would like to. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, go ahead. Drive down there. Yeah.
I get why you want to check.
Just at least have somebody walk across it. I told him the chances are it's a Pro Charger and it just went through. That's still gonna go?
Yeah, so we can check the track.
How did you do a burnout with the backing up?
All right, next pair coming at you right now. We got Daddy Dave over in the right lane, going up against Justin Swanstrom here in the left. And Daddy Dave Comstock going to get the win there. That was a good drag race, but Dave able to turn that win light on, so he will go to the winner's bracket. Nice job. All right, folks, next pair coming at you right now. Battle of the Pro Chargers over in the left lane. That's going to be Kayla Morton, Pro Charge Mustang, going up against Ryan Martin over there in the right lane. Ryan Martin, winner of the last event that we had. right, so Ryan Martin will take the win. Kayla Morton looks like she had something fail on that car just past the 60-foot. So Ryan Martin will take the win. Kayla pulls over to the side of the track there. So we're going to have to get her off the track before we send the next pair. So Ryan Martin will be in the winner's bracket there with that pass. All right, folks, so this next, what was supposed to be a pair, is going to be Clay Cole. Reaper not able to make the call, broke on the test pass. Reaper not able to make it up here, so bye run for Clay Cole. So Clay Cole finds himself automatically in the winner's bracket. Nice pass there for him in that right lane, right down through there. So Clay Cole will find himself in the winner's bracket tomorrow. Going up against Jerry Bird. Jerry Bird there in the right lane. Jerry Bird had some issues on out there, had to pedal it. That's all it took, folks. So, Disco D in the winner's bracket for tomorrow. Nice job. All right, folks, next pair coming at you right now. We got Chuck Seitsinger here in the left lane. Chuck in the left lane, going up against Kye Kelley there in the right lane. win there with a great pass in that right lane. Chuck Seitsinger car moves directly towards the center line, has to get out of it. So Kye Kelley in the winner's bracket for tomorrow. Next pair headed your way right now over in the right lane. That is your current points leader. That's Giuseppe Gentile in the Ducote Nova going up against Bobby Ducote here in the left lane. Both cars are on board for both of these cars. Giuseppe Gentile with the win. Nice job. We'll go on to the winner's bracket.
Yes, second one, yes.
All right, folks, this pair here is going to be a fast one for sure. Battle of the Pro Chargers over in the right lane. That's going to be Robin Roberts. Robin Roberts there in the right lane. Firebird. Blue Firebird there for Robin going up against Murder Nova. Murder Nova here in the left lane. Pro Charge Nova. Folks, that was close. Down the other end, looked like Murder Nova left first and never looked back. Nice job, Sean. This is not. Larry? Is Larry broke? Is Larry broke? All right, so what we got coming up right now, this should be Larry Larson versus B-Rad. Larry Larson is broke, not going to make the call. So B-Rad with the bye run here in the right lane. B-Rad with the bye run. for him on that bye run. Drives around him on the top end. Birdman very late on the tree. Doc gets in the center of the track, has to get out of it. And Birdman with the drive-by. Wow. To the stripe first. That was a drag race. Scott Taylor unable to hold him off. So Jimmy Taylor in the winner's bracket for tomorrow. picture right now here in this bracket setting round over in the right lane. That's going to be Jim Howe going up against Paige Coughlin. Paige Coughlin here in this left lane. Pro charge. Third, Jim Camaro for Paige. And Jim Howe takes the win there. Great drag race. But Jim Howe takes the win. All right, folks, so that will do it for the bracket setting round. The winners of all those races will be in the winners bracket racing for $30,000. Losers, well, they're going to come back up here. Their names will go in a bucket. We'll draw for the 4 open spots for that winners bracket. All right, folks, that will do it for the night. That will do it for the night. That is the last pass of the night. We will continue tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the invitational class. $30,000 to win in the winners bracket, $5,000 to win in the losers bracket. Also, we'll have 7.0, small tire, outlaw, big tire, daily driver, all kinds of classes tomorrow. Folks, Rockstar gates open at 10, VIP gates open at 11, general admission opens at 1, track goes hot at 2 p.m. Again, Rockstar gates open at 10, VIP gates open at 11, general admission opens at 1. Racing will start at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for coming. Y'all drive safe.
All right, folks. So that does it for today. Day 1 of Cordova Dragway NPK. Look, bracket setting round. We just finished it up. Some fast passes, some surprises. There was also some buy runs from cars that broke and gave the automatic win to some cars like B-Rad and Clay Cole. But look, we're done for the day. We'll go live tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. So have your ice chest and your food ready on the couch, ready to go. I'll be here to join you. All right, so let's do this again tomorrow, 1:30. We will go live. Thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.